Mike with Hunt Fish Shoot. Today, bringing you guys a little something special to me. It is something that I had to actually special order to get, and it is a Staccato C2 DUO. And this is a 2011 pistol. So I have unboxed it and looked at it myself already, but today let's take a little look at it. All right, so at the onset there, it's gonna come with 3 16-round magazines. This is a double stack 1911 or a 2011. I like the little Built for Heroes in there, made in Texas. That's a neat little feature that comes with this nice soft case. All right, so let's get that gun out. And that there is the Staccato C2 DUO. So you'll see that is a nice compact. It's supposed to be a carry type model gun, and their claim to fame with this gun is that they say it is the best shooting carry gun on the market. So today we're going to test it against a couple different carry guns, and then you guys will be able to see if that's actually the case. The fit and finish of this gun is fantastic. Obviously in its price range it should be, with that being said, but it is a custom built gun. These are hand fitted, hand built in Texas by formerly STI, but now Staccato. Tons of awesome features on this gun, and now we're going to go over those features for you. With the Staccato, you get tons of awesome stuff with it. You got your nice soft case with the Built for Heroes in there, and then you got 3 16-round magazines, flush fit mags, and a double stack type grip. They're on the 2011. They are excellent quality. They're very expensive. They're about 60 bucks a piece for those magazines, so it is nice that they give you 3 to start with. Their claim with this gun is that it's a duty rated, duty type gun, built for concealed carry on this model with the C2, because it's a shorter 3.9 inch barrel. It is a bull barrel, bushingless, hand fitted again like the rest of the slide. This is probably one of the guns that you'll pick up, or I can guarantee it, you'll pick it up and you shake this gun and there is absolutely no rattle, because all the parts are hand fitted on this. The slide, the frame, your beaver tip grip safety, and then also your safeties, all that stuff is hand fitted, and such a nice positive click on the ambidextrous safeties with this gun. And it is just, I mean, it's just a sweet gun. All the edges on it with your front and rear cocking serrations are honed and smoothed out. They're aggressive, but they're not the type that's going to snag on your clothing or tear you up. They're the type to just have a good grip. Easily the best front and rear cocking serrations on any duty type weapon I've ever picked up. It outclasses the FN 509, which I thought had the best, and this is more. Granted, this gun retails, oh, it's pretty high. It's about $2,500 on this retail on this gun. They're very hard to get and they're hard to find, but they're very well built. With the Staccato, this is the DUO model, which means it has the Dawson universal optic system. You can mount an RMR on it from Trijicon, the SRO, loopholed, deltapoint, your Burris, all those other ones, the SIG, Romeo Zero, just tons of options on that. And with that, because you can do that, is you actually get a kit here for that, and they give you all the pieces necessary in order to mount those optics on here. And it's a plate system that goes on here, and it is a really hardcore setup that they've done. And again, this gun is built for hard use. It's not a type of 2011 that needs babied. They preach that you can shoot this a lot and that it doesn't need all the cleaning and it's not going to gum up on you and have that kind of stuff. It is a 1911 type platform, so it is always going to need a good amount of lube on special points on here. But again, the gun is just very well fit and very well made. You can see that on about everything. The trigger on the gun is probably one of its finest points, and the reason for that being is it has 0 creep. It goes back to your wall, and then it just breaks nice and clean. There's no creep after the wall. The reset on it is just fantastic. It's super short and it just breaks nice and clean again. There's no creep on it. Again, it's gonna have easily the best trigger you'll ever find on a duty rated type gun. From your Glocks, your M&P, your 320, the 509, it beats all those. But all that stuff being said, again, this gun is a rather expensive firearm for carry or duty usage, so it should, in all terms, be better than all those when it comes to all that stuff. The grip on it has a really nice feel. It is undercut underneath your trigger guard there, and that has a good feel, so you can get a nice high grip on it. Nice extended beaver tail, so you're not going to get that slide bite. And then they also have another undercut there up on the forward part of the trigger guard. And what that means is that when you get your nice two-handed grip on there, is that you can get it nice and high on your support hand, being right-handed. So that is just awesome. And then obviously they got the American flag etched in there on there. And you can change out the grips on these with other 2011 style grips. But I really feel like this is just a nice feeling grip itself, and it doesn't need a whole lot of work as far as that comes. The sights, they are blacked out on the rear, and then you got a green fiber optic front sight. They do give you a red fiber optic front sight with your duo optic system, and then you also got a white one and a black one if you had to mark all those out. So you can do whatever you want with it. Tons of customizability with that. And in addition to that, they built these sights so it will co-witness with any single red dot you put on the pistol, which is a definite must on a gun that is supposed to be for carry or duty usage. So today, I'm going to shoot this gun quite a bit. We're going to compare it to a 320, an M&P. I've got my 48, probably not going to shoot that because it's not quite the same, but those two other ones have a carry style grip on them, or a shorter grip that's built for that same barrel length on both of those guns. So we're going to shoot it, we're going to compare it to both of those. Spoiler alert, I guarantee it's going to shoot better. But with that being said, again, it is a more expensive gun, but if they're going to claim it's the most shootable carry gun on the market, it needs to be that. So we'll shoot it today. You guys will get to see how it shoots. I'm going to do a bunch of different styles of shooting. I do have a holster from LAS Concealment. Not a ton of holster options on there, but this one here is going to be an appendix rig. Again, I'm not a huge fan of appendix, but that's what I got, and I think it'll be easiest for me to conceal this firearm that way. So we'll do that, and you guys will get to see what you think of the gun. And then obviously at the end of the video, we'll go over my ending thoughts. We're on the range now. I'm going to take the Staccato C2. I'm going to charge it up. We're going to shoot it here about 7 yards. Obviously not a far distance to start with. I'm using federal ammo. It's going to be some training ammunition, just 115 grain stuff, cheap. About as cheap as I could find right now. Obviously there's the ammo shortage and things like that. So let's charge the gun up, shoot some rounds. I got all 3 mags loaded up with 16 rounds each. No duty load right now. I am wearing it currently in my appendix rig on there. It's not bad. I mean, it's really concealing it pretty well. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of it. I don't think it's the most comfortable option, but it is concealing this pistol rather well. So let's turn around here, shoot, and you guys can see how it shoots. Woo, man, does that thing shoot good. That reset is so short on this firearm. It is awesome. Holy shit, does that shoot good. Wow. I'll tell you what, guys, that shoots really, really good. You can obviously see the target. I have never shot this gun before. I've shot 2011s in the past. They obviously always shoot good. On a gun with a 3.9 inch barrel, never shot it before. That is just flat out fantastic. I mean, that shoots really, really well. And then obviously the last string of fire from the mag there. I mean, I could probably shoot it even faster than what I'm doing now, but man, is that nice. That trigger reset is so short on there that I'm almost just not used to it because it is that short. A lot of the other guns, you have so much travel on their trigger, and really this gun, it just screams to be shot fast, and you could do it easily. And obviously, as you saw the first onset there with, 3 16-round mags, absolutely no malfunction. So we're gonna shoot some more today, shoot some one-handed type stuff with both right and left-handed, transition between the targets, we'll do some comparisons, shoot the steel, and then I am gonna end up taking this pistol out and we're gonna shoot it at 75 yards also at this steel and see how it shoots. So let's get started on that stuff. I have 3 mags loaded up. One of them is carrying the Federal Premium ammunition in it, 115 grain training. The other one is going to be your Freedom munitions in it, 115 grain training. And then the third one is going to have Minuteman Munitions Top Blue Coat Elite Training ammunition on here. I want to see if I can choke this gun up. I doubt I'm going to be able to, but let's at least give it a shot here. So for the first one, I'm gonna end up shooting with, of course, these HSGI taco here. It makes it a little tough, but the first one I'm gonna throw in is probably gonna be, well, whatever this is, but we'll throw in that Elite blue coat in here in the mag so we can see that switch, those polymer tipped rounds, and see how it shoots. Holy bejesus. Damn. That is just flat out impressive. Yes, I shoot good. The gun being a duty type gun, and it shoots like it's a race gun. I mean, really, that's how it shoots, and no malfunctions. I've went through 3 different kinds of ammo. They're all loaded differently. So that kind of stuff like that with this gun is just impressive. So shoot some more today. Throw in some one-hand stuff there. I'll slow it down a little bit, work on the accuracy so I can really show you guys how that shoots. But overall, with the accuracy transition, I can clean up that one over there a little bit, but I'm still happy with it. All right, this one here, we're gonna do some one-handed shooting on the head target, or head portion of the VTAC target. I'm gonna shoot 15 rounds or 16 rounds right-handed. I'll shoot 16 rounds left-handed on that VTAC target, and we'll show you guys that accuracy of what you can manage shooting one-handed with this pistol. There's a little malfunction. The round actually nosedived in the magazine there. Oh, let's get some groin shots and really see how this thing shoots. All right, we're clear. With that string of fire there, what you saw was on that mag change. It was a second round in. The round had actually nosedived out of the mag. That seems like it's somewhat of a mag related issue because it never even actually made it up high enough for the gun to pick it up and shoot it into the chamber. So I don't necessarily want to blame it on the gun. I necessarily think that's a mag issue, but granted, it is a malfunction in itself. So something to take note of with this rounds I'm shooting. So with the one-handed shooting, all my right-handed shots are here, my left one's here. That's anticipating the shot, that's why those are flying off on that. So not bad shooting, could be better. It's not my best work by any means, but I'm not upset with it. This down here was what you just saw there at the end with the two-handed firing at the groin shot there. I mean, the pistol is just an absolute tack driver. It shoots very, very well. In the future, this gun's gonna end up probably getting some form of a red dot on it, and I'd love to see how it shoots then too. So we're gonna speed things up. I'm gonna shoot on the move, do a little bit of type of combat type shooting with this. And I'll give you guys a long range viewing section where I'm gonna end up shooting this gun at 75 yards at the steel plate, and then you'll get my final thoughts. All right, we're gonna do a little comparison video now for you guys. Each one of these guns has a similar frame size, same barrel length. We're gonna do the 320, we're gonna do the M&P, and then I'm gonna shoot the Staccato. I'm gonna shoot each one of them the most accurate that I possibly can. Disclaimer though, the P320 on this gun, I have almost nearly 4,000 rounds through it, so it's probably not gonna shoot as tight as groups. But with that being said, I have a lot of work done on this gun as far as for actual training. So let's shoot that first. All right, as you guys can see on that, it's a nice tight group. About 7 yards right there is what we're shooting. And I mean, obviously the 320, that goes to show you though with practice, because you guys just saw me shoot that Staccato. With practice, that 320 and any gun, you could obviously sit there and just drive tacks with it all day long. So let's transition now into the M&P. We'll shoot the other VTAC target over here. I don't have nearly as much time on this gun as I do a 320, but I know these shoot pretty darn good too. All right, run up here, take a look at the group real quick. Again, not a bad group. This gun takes far more work to actually get it to shoot like that because the trigger is so bad on an M&P. And now for the newcomer, the Staccato. Let's shoot this and see how she does. So group size, it's about the same as my 320. So like I said, again, a little bit of a disclaimer there when I told you guys about it, but I can say with 100% certainty is that shooting all three of those guns like that in a row is that the Staccato, the recoil impulse on it is so much lighter than both the 320 and especially the M&P that it makes it way easier to shoot. Somebody could pick this gun up and shoot it, it'd be way more accurate than they could with the 320 or the M&P. Granted, my 320, like I said, I have a ton of rounds through it. I train with it all the time. It's something that's carried for duty usage. So I have a lot of work in that gun. So I'm happy with how my 320 shoots, obviously, but this Staccato, how it shoots with, now I've got about 300 rounds through it today, shoots absolutely fantastic. And it is so easy to shoot with the trigger and the reset on it. So let's do some combat shooting with it, and then we'll take it out to some distance. That gun fly. Super easy to shoot gun, just a blast to shoot. It is so easy to shoot. The recoil, I mean, it's without a doubt the most shootable carry gun on the market. It's gotta be. I've shot all the Glocks, I've shot nearly all the SIGs, I've shot the M&Ps, I've shot a Canic before. I'm not a huge fan, no matter how much people want to talk about them. I've shot the CZ P10. Good shooting gun also, still not as good as this. But with all that being said, again, the price difference is massive. You could essentially buy every single one of those pistols at $500 for the price that you could own just one of these. So that's a big talking point or something you got to think about. With this gun though, what I just ran through there, what you guys don't know is that I had the Minuteman munitions mixed in with Freedom, mixed in with the Federal, and all three mags. It was like a slew of different kinds of ammo, and this gun hasn't malfunctioned. Again, that one malfunction I had was mag related for sure because of how that round was actually seated inside the magazine. So let's run out to 75 yards, plink some of this steel. I'm gonna see if I can hit it, let's say 16 out of 16 on there. So that's what I'm hoping for. Let's give it a shot. All right, we're out at 75 yards with the Staccato. We're gonna take 16 shots at it. Can I guarantee I'll hit all 16? No, I can't, but I'm gonna sure do my best on it. As an IDPA steel size target, it's way down there. Most of it gets covered up almost all by the front sight post, but as long as I practice good trigger control, might get pretty close. All right, I'm done trying to shoot it at 75. 50 yards. Yeah, we're at 50 yards now. I decided to move up. I think I was challenging myself just a little bit too much there, but So the gun shoots very, very well. At 50 yards, I had to aim off on the right side of the target a little bit, so not a huge deal. Again, that's a 50-yard shot on steel. Very, very shootable pistol. It's very easy to shoot. You guys saw me do it on the Glock in the past. Definitely not as easy as this, but with that being said, very, very shootable pistol. So let's run down range here, and then we'll do some talking points, let you guys know exactly what I think of this firearm. We're just about done here at our range day with the Staccato C2 DUO. This gun is absolute shooter. Man, do I love shooting it. It is so smooth, and in fact, that slide and frame fit is actually even better now. The gun has gotten smoother over these rounds. We're about 500 rounds in now. You guys saw me get a little boisterous there, try and knock rounds down to 75. Could I do it with more practice to see where the guns land and things like that? Yeah, sure I did. So I moved up to 50, knocked down some hits on that, good hits on steel, and this gun just shoots so darn well. It shoots like it's a full-size gun with a 4.5 to 5-inch barrel. It shoots better than most of those. Your Glock lovers, I love Glocks myself, are gonna sit here and tell you that, oh, my Glock shoots just as good, which it will with a lot of practice, but does it really shoot just as good as this gun? No. Does my 320 shoot as good as this gun? No. Does the CZ, does the M&P? None of those do. So with this gun, that doesn't come without a caveat, and that is that this gun costs you $2,500 versus all those. If you're somebody that loves fine firearms and you like craftsmanship, because this is a hand-built gun and hand-fitted and everything like that, then this is a gun for you. It is truly an awesome piece. It shoots so darn well, and it is definitely concealable, and you can use this as a carry gun. It's going to go in my carry gun rotation. I feel like I can trust it. Like I said, that one malfunction was something mag-related. Didn't see anything else out of that. I just went through all kinds of different rounds through this, and this gun without a doubt gets my stamp of approval. It's one of the finest guns I've ever shot, and it just shoots so darn well. So if you guys liked what you saw today, I want you guys to like the video, I want you to subscribe, and I want you to comment and tell us what you think of the Staccato C2 DUO. But for me, I'm not quite done shooting this gun for today, and I just can't stop. So I'm gonna shoot a couple more mags out of it real quick here, and we're gonna send some rounds down range.